What's up guys, this is Drew from EpicMe3 coming out at you with a tutorial on how to play the Attack on Titan Tribute game with a controller. I know it sounds impossible, but we'll get it done. Now, before we start off with any of the installations, what we want to do first is find out what bit your computer is. Now, if you don't know, each computer is a 64-bit or a 32-bit. There's an easy and simple way to find out what it is. First thing you do is go over to the bottom left in the Start, go over to Computer, right-click, and then go to Properties. And it'll bring up a screen with all kinds of information about your computer. What we want is right here, System Type 64-bit Operating System. Yours might say 32-bit. It doesn't matter. The only thing it matters for are these downloads. So let's X out of that, and now that we know 64-bit, in the description, whether you're 64 or 32, this is kind of common sense, click 64 or 32, whichever one goes to your computer. So now that we're on WinRAR 64, you're going to click Download Now, and WinRAR setup is about the easiest thing in the world. Okay, a lot of people already have it, but if you don't, just pause the video and finish it. I'm not going to do it because I already have it. Second thing you're going to want to do is figure out what controller you want to use. If you want to use the 360 controller, good for you. The PC already has drivers for that. You're done. You can just skip ahead about, I don't know, like a minute. I don't know how long it's going to take. But Xbox Live, Major Nelson right here. This is one of the links that I put up. And this is PC drivers for the Xbox One controller, which is what I'm going to be using. I already have it, but the drivers are right here. Or the downloads are. This is the 80 times 86 means 32-bit. Times 64 means 64-bit. It's a little confusing there, but yeah. If you have a 32-bit, just click the times 86. If you want to use the DualShock 4, yeah, PS4 uses DualShock 4. I left a link in the description on how to use that with a PC, because I know they don't have direct drivers for that out yet. And I also left a link on how to use DualShock 3, which is the PS3 controller. And once we get that hooked up, I want you guys to go to the Joy2Key link after your controller is working on your computer. Now, Joy2Key is what's going to basically... Joy2Key is very useful for any situation where you're using a controller. We're going to go to the Joy2Key download from CNET, and once we download it from here, I'm actually going to download it because I deleted it just to show you guys on this video. But it's useful for almost any situation. Now, once we get this thing downloaded, I'll show you guys how to set up the Joy2Key, because it may seem a little complicated at first, but it's not. Okay, now if this would finish on 0 seconds left, I could go ahead and start this. Open when done. I'll just go ahead and show in folder. Go ahead and close this stuff out. Oh, here we go. Joy2Key, Joy2Key.exe, run. Oh yeah, by the way, tip here, I'll show you in a second once we get to the controller setup. After your controller drivers are done, you want to go ahead and plug your controller into your computer. I'm using an Xbox One controller, and if it's working, it should vibrate when it's connected. And now you'll notice if you start clicking buttons, this stuff will start happening. Yellow lights will start lighting up on what these buttons mean. Like I'm clicking A right now. Button 1 is A. B is button 2. X is button 3. Y is button 4. It's not that complicated. But the first thing we're going to want to do is go over to Options. And where it says Show Hide Button, Stick POV, we're going to put that to Show All Axes. Alright, and we're going to go back to Joystick 1. You'll notice it's become even more complicated, but it's okay. Anyway, the first thing we're going to start off doing is whichever part of the controller you want to use. Like, I'm going to use the right stick on my controller to look around. Now, the right stick is these 4 buttons. I'm putting it in a circle right now. So when you click up, ooh, look, stick 2 up, stick 2 down. Right, left. Alright. Let's start off with left. So, just got a text. But let's start off with left. What you want to do is click the one that's moving your view screen to the left. Then go over to mouse, And what you're going to want to do is cursor movement. You're going to move this to the left. I'm going to put mine on 50 because that's the way I usually like it. 49 is okay. Then to the right, mouse, move it to the right, over to 50, up, move it up over to 50, and then down to 50. And then if you notice, if you move your stick, nothing happens. The hell? Okay, so after we get those controls set up, what you're going to want to do is minimize JoyToKey and see if you can use the right stick or whatever stick you chose to move your mouse up, down, left, and right, whatnot. If you can, you're good. If you can't, then I don't know, you might want to watch a tutorial on JoyToKey or rewatch the time that I spent on it and make sure you did everything correctly. Now, what you do now is go to the Attack on Titan Tribute game. I use it on my browser, but the what are they called? Servers are out right now. So I'm going to use the offline version, but it's the same exact thing on the online version. What you're going to want to do is go over to Settings, and forward, backward, left, right, jump. Everything is set. Like, you're going to need to set everything to what you want. Like forward, I'm going to use the left stick for my movement, and we already set the right stick. Jump will be A, but that's joystick button 0. I'm going to check real quick to see which ones I cannot use, because I know I can't use A. I think that's the one that you cannot use right now. Anyway, we'll tackle that problem in a second. Left hook, I'm going to use the left trigger, right hook, right trigger. I usually don't use both hooks, but you can set that to, whatever you want. Anyway, special attack. Just give me a second here, you guys, so I can set this. I'll go ahead and set both hooks. You also cannot use the left D-pad key in this, but we can fix that too. And any key that you try to click and the game is not recognizing, I'll show you how to fix that. So that's dodge, and wait, no. I'll make dodge this. Alright. How to fix that is, whatever key you want it to be, like, let's say you want to use the A key for lock, but it's not working, because this does not recognize joystick 1 button 0. Probably because it's button 0. It's probably recognizing like 1 to a million, but not 0 for some reason. But I'm going to use it for A. So what I'm going to do here is put in A. Now that doesn't automatically fix the problem, but we can fix it now. Now you need to find A on JoyToKey. A is button 1, so we're going to double click button 1, and right here where it says disabled on the keyboard emulation, we're just going to type in A. Then OK. Then minimize that. And now jump is to A on your keyboard. Okay. Now what I'm going to do is go into the single player and see if the controls that I set up, they're probably really bad, are, go to old level 2, TPS. I use TPS. I suggest you guys use TPS. So hopefully they work. And yep, they work. And honestly, I really suck with a mouse. I kind of still suck with this, but I think I suck a little less. And it's much more comfortable for some people when they're using a controller. Also, I'm going to jump, and yes, it worked. When they're using a controller over a keyboard and mouse, especially people who are used to consoles. Anyway, guys, that was Drew from Epic Mini 3, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I'm signing off.